The RAG-Stiftung, or RAG Foundation, is a major German foundation that was established to manage the long-term financial and environmental consequences of the end of hard coal mining in Germany. Founded in 2007, the foundation's primary role is to ensure the financing of perpetual obligations, specifically those costs associated with managing environmental consequences such as groundwater control, subsidence damage, and mining-related maintenance. Origins and background. Germany has a long and rich history of coal mining, particularly in the Ruhr Valley and Saarland regions. For over a century, hard coal was central to the country's industrial strength and economic development. However, by the early 21st century, hard coal mining became increasingly economically unviable due to high production costs and competition from cheaper global sources. In response, the German government, along with coal companies and labor unions, reached a consensus in 2007 to phase out hard coal mining in a socially and environmentally responsible manner. This agreement led to the creation of the RAG-Stiftung, which took over the ownership of RAG, the company responsible for Germany's remaining coal mining activities. The foundation was tasked with preparing for the end of mining operations and ensuring a sustainable future for affected regions and workers. Core mission and responsibilities. The core mission of the RAG-Stiftung is to finance the perpetual obligations arising from Germany's former hard coal mining industry. These obligations include pumping groundwater to prevent flooding of former mines, treating polluted water to prevent environmental contamination, repairing land subsidence damage, which occurs when the land sinks due to underground mining, monitoring long-term risks associated with abandoned mines. These costs are substantial and will persist for many decades. The foundation's goal is to generate sufficient income from its investments to cover these obligations without relying on public funds. Financial structure. To meet its obligations, RAG-Stiftung was endowed with ownership of profitable assets, including a major shareholding in Evonik Industries AG, a global specialty chemicals company. Through dividends and capital growth from these investments, the foundation builds a financial reserve to cover future liabilities. Over time, the foundation has diversified its portfolio to include other investments in infrastructure, renewable energy, and various financial instruments to ensure steady income. The foundation operates under the principle of sustainable finance, aiming to balance risk and return while maintaining a long-term perspective. It is managed with a high degree of transparency and is subject to regular audits and reporting standards. Commitment to education, science, and social development. Beyond its environmental and financial duties, RAG-Stiftung has committed itself to supporting education, science, and culture, especially in regions historically tied to coal mining. These activities aim to facilitate structural transformation in areas affected by the end of mining. The foundation funds scholarships, research projects, and initiatives that promote STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics education. It also supports programs that improve social integration, vocational training, and job readiness, particularly for young people in former mining communities. In addition, RAG-Stiftung invests in cultural projects that preserve the industrial heritage of coal mining, such as museums, exhibitions, and public events. By doing so, it helps maintain a sense of identity and pride in these communities, while encouraging innovation and growth. Environmental stewardship and innovation. Environmental responsibility is a cornerstone of the RAG-Stiftung's operations. The foundation promotes innovative technologies for mine water management and environmental rehabilitation. Research into sustainable water treatment, ecosystem restoration, and renewable energy integration is regularly supported by the foundation's grants and partnerships with universities and scientific institutions. It also plays a vital role in developing best practices for managing post-mining landscapes, with an emphasis on long-term environmental safety and community involvement. Social and economic impact. The foundation has become a symbol of how a responsible approach to industrial transformation can be achieved. Its efforts have helped mitigate the social and economic consequences of mine closures, enabling former mining regions to redefine their economic identities. By investing in human capital, innovation, and infrastructure, the RAG-Stiftung contributes to regional development and long-term resilience. Conclusion. The RAG-Stiftung stands as a pioneering model of how a nation can transition away from fossil fuel industries while preserving environmental integrity and supporting affected communities. With a clear mandate, diversified financial strategies, and a commitment to societal progress, the foundation not only manages Germany's coal mining legacy, but also plays an active role in shaping a more sustainable and inclusive future. Through its multifaceted approach, the RAG-Stiftung continues to demonstrate that environmental responsibility, economic foresight, and social commitment can coexist and thrive in the post-industrial era.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel.